Testing, testing. We are live.
Testing, testing.
Hello.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to the first ever game of Dungeon Vermins. In Dungeon Vermin, we are all playing as kobolds, going on adventures in the service of King Torg. All hail King Torg!
King Torg. That's awesome, buddy.
This is a very simple micro RPG. It is a dice pool system. Players will be rolling a number of dice, which will be displayed here on the screen. The highest dice is the one that is important. So what it is when you want to do an action, first of all, you always succeed because you are kobolds. You have the drive, you have the energy, you have the gumption. Whether or not you survive that action is an entirely different story, however. So, you will notice that each character has EXP next to them. That is your expiration point. So, when you roll the dice, the highest dice number that you have needs to be above your expiration point, or else you instantly die a horrible, gruesome, very funny death. And so, there are a number of ways to increase the expiration point. If you roll and you roll above your expiration point, but you don't roll a 6, your expiration point is going to go up by 1. You can increase your expiration point by using your dangerous idea. Each kobold has a dangerous idea that they've gotten into their heads. If an ally helps you in an action, you get a bonus dice, but it also will probably, push you a little bit closer to danger, so that's going to increase it. And also, if anyone mentions All Hail King Torg, the least enthusiastic exaltation adds +1 to their expiration point.
Brief note, David is a boat right now on the stream.
Is he a boat?
Oh,
He is a boat.
I apologize. That is my...
What's that guy do?
I know. Is anyone else hearing crazy loud music?
You can
Yeah, you
lower
can
the
turn it
volume
down.
right
I'm
now.
hearing great music.
Crazy awful music, I think you mean?
And then lower it.
Is this the boat? Yes. Okay, sweet. That's much better. Sorry.
Yeah, we need David to be seen.
There
This
we
is
go.
awesome, dude.
There we go.
I'm actually taking a break from a LARP. Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Oh, no.
That's Ben X2. Back over to Ben.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Adam, they're saying that everybody except for you is kind of quiet.
Everyone
I can
except
hear
for
you.
me.
Everybody else is quiet.
You are coming through pretty well on my end. I thought it was capturing my audio. I will see if I can
We're all
adjust
dead.
the mixer.
Yeah, you might just need to raise the system sound.
Does that make a difference?
Sound.
Testing.
Hello, everybody. We should all probably talk.
Correct.
How's it going?
Test.
Oi.
I intend to use this voice for my first kobold and a new voice and accessory for every kobold thereafter.
All right, that claims to be better.
Good.
Is there?
Hooray!
I'm sorry. Is there a way to add new dangerous ideas?
You can type in your own.
You could type in your own, but if you want to...
Or won't that delete an existing one, or like how do I
Nope,
add in?
they're
Is there a
referencing.
problem?
Just go ahead and type into the field anything you want.
Okay.
Or just write it on a piece of paper. It's just for ease of keeping track.
All right. Sweet.
So with that, also, the only way to lower your EXP is if you get a critical success, which means that you roll more than 1 6 on your dice. So.
How many dice do you typically roll?
You always start with 1 dice for being a cute little kobold. You roll 1 additional dice if you have a useful tool that you can use in the situation. You roll 1 additional dice if you display a reckless disregard for self-preservation. And you can also gain an additional dice for acting on your dangerous idea, though this raises your expiration point. And also 1 if an ally helps you. So you can have a maximum of 5 dice.
5 dice.
Okay.
You already figured out how to min-max?
Yeah, you don't want to be the one that raises your XP.
Which, by the way, people will notice on the stream as I turn to talk to Ben. We're in the same place. I think see a little bit of the same mirror behind. So. Oh, our hug was completely off screen.
What can we... Oh, yeah.
Can we-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, we can high five in real life. It's not going to be.
Yeah. Oh, well.
High five, Daddy. Yeah.
I like when we're reversed, too, on the screen.
Yeah. You don't need your Euclidean rules.
Yeah. Hyperbolic streaming.
Okay.
That
So-
would be a good dangerous idea.
So if there are any additional questions, I'll have them now, and otherwise I think we're ready to begin.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Very good. All right. We begin. We see a cave that is buried into the hillside, and from within, noises of fighting, scrabbling, as numerous creatures inside fight for dominance. Suddenly, we see you, a group of kobolds, all bundled together, dragging behind you a wagon that is filled with all kinds of crates. In each crate, a sealed bottle containing none other than the favorite soda beverage of King Torg.
Oh, hail King Torg!
Good praise, everyone. No one's score raises just yet. The group of you, the 5 of you, are clearly the best and the brightest. And by that, I mean the ones who have survived and managed to come out on top of this little excursion. In front of you are a number of other kobolds, all with ropes pulling this wagon in front of you. They're, in the case of something bad happening, you might need to do a field promotion on one of them, but their job is to get this cart back home.
So, when you say that we hear the sounds of fighting and scrabbling, I like to imagine that what that means is, Dennis, you're Badam Achui. That Badam Achui and I are playing Scrabble in the cart and getting into fistfights over it. It's really tough to play because we're illiterate kobolds.
I know you're cheating because you know you can't read.
This is true, but you are coming off of a successful excursion into a rival goblin cave. You're stealing from other thieves and taking this back to your king. So yeah, let's just have the camera slowly pan over each of our heroic kobolds.
I can start.
Yes, please.
All right, so you see Badam Chili, and he's not actually pushing the cart so much as he's standing behind it and going like this, like really focusing because he believes he has magical powers, and his bad impulses want to see a trick. So he's wearing a fireman's helmet, and he has a deck of cards that he believes creates his magical powers. So he is helping push by really focusing.
Perfect. Also, it bears noting that kobolds are small, dog-like furry creatures covered in this orange fuzz. Various states of matted and they give off a distinct wet dog smell everywhere they go. They are notable for their beady eyes, their enormous mouths, and their tiny brains.
The epitome of a Happy Tree Friends animal.
There is not entirely some Happy Tree Friends DNA happening here.
All right, so Kerfuffle the Third is pushing really hard because she really wants to get back to the cave with everything. She also has around her neck a bottle on a little strap around her neck. This is a bottle of chloroform. She likes for people to smell it. She thinks it smells great. It doesn't do anything to her, but everybody else is so wowed by the scent of this thing that they just pass right out. And she wants to show this to King Torg.
All hail King Torg. I'm gonna raise Ben's by 1.
Need to work on my projection.
Beautiful.
I'll move the microphone closer to me.
The camera pans over to Eep Eep.
Okay, so I am Eep Eep, and this is, I think he's, a kobold that's dressed in robes, by which I mean like some, ratty piece of cloth he found, because he believes he knows the secret of the universe. And he has he's carrying around a unabridged dictionary. However, when it was explained what a dictionary is to him, what he got from it is that it's a spell book.
Love it. Ben Merkel, how would you pronounce your character's name?
So it's open to interpretation. I respond to any caller's version of train voices. So Choo Choo is one. An actual train horn.
Do you have an opinion on how many chuggas you put in front of the chew?
It's user's choice.
All right.
So
Please,
One or more
Chugga
chugs.
was my father's name.
But my name is inspired by the 90s movie Money Train, which my Kobold is really into culture. And so his terrible idea is to steal the Declaration of Independence, just like Nicolas Cage in National Treasure, both referencing Nicolas Cage and the movie itself. And his item is a Gideon's Bible with a carved out bottle of mezcal in it, inspired from Shawshank Redemption. So
How do you know Nicolas Cage was in Shawshank Redemption?
He was
I
just
use all the
operating.
background characters. And like the
I
lab
did
dot.
always
Yeah.
suspect that Nicolas Cage was a kobold, though.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. And then last we pan over to Fight Boy.
Fight Boy is dressed in a paper bag. He is, instead of pushing or pulling the wagon, just kind of walking along the top of one of the wheels to help it along, and idly sharpening his teeth with a rock. He's got a bag of zip ties on his hip, and his dangerous thought is, he's sharpening his teeth with a rock because he just knows that if he had to, he could rip his teeth out and throw them like knives. So he wants to be ready, just in case anything happens. Because Fight Boy is always ready to fight.
Beautiful. This little kobold train carrying this delicate package, just full to the brim of these soda pops, which I'm struggling to name anything other than Surge. These glass bottles, getting them home to King Torg. All hail King Torg.
Oh no, my mouth was full.
Excuses. The number raises. Getting them home will be tricky, not because it's terribly far. You're only about an hour away from your home borough, but because these bottles are known to be volatile, possibly exploding at the slightest provocation. we see the wagon train, again, pulled by numerous kobolds in front, straining against ropes as the 5 of you help drive them along. As the first obstacle in your path appears, which is a slight hill.
Just a little hill?
Just a little hill. You just got to get over it. It should be pretty easy.
Put your back into it.
So I think that we might need some energy for this. I kind of want to drink one of the surge bottles.
I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
All
right. I'm going to grab the nearest one and then unplug it.
All right. Considering how volatile these are, I think I am going to need you to make an action roll.
All right. How many dice am I getting?
Well,
it seems like a pretty great idea, so I don't think I get an extra.
I mean, I think you're displaying a reckless disregard for self-preservation at the very least. So I would say 2 dice.
All right.
Drinking the king's surge.
No problem.
Whew, no problem. Your number doesn't go up at all. Yeah. Crack open a cool bottle of surge, and you feel energy flow into your tiny, tiny limbs. I don't know if I mentioned this. You're all on average about 2 feet tall, and so the wagon, standing about 6 feet, is considerably larger than any individual. But yeah, would you like to use your newfound strength to give the wagon just that little boost over the hill?
The wagon's being pushed by all these other kobolds right now?
Pulled by them, and we are driving them forward.
I'm going to use my energy to yell at them to work harder. And I'm going to channel the guy from 300 who's being carried by people.
Nick Cage was in 300?
He was one of the background carrying the throne. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Using your words to motivate them, the kobolds strain harder, and the slight hill, bloop, they get over it. Not a big deal. But now, you didn't quite anticipate the downhill part of it, as the other side of this small hill turns into a fairly steep decline. And you can see the kobolds in front beginning to panic. A little bit of alarm showing in their eyes as they realize that in just a moment, this wagon is going to start overtaking the kobolds in front.
Okay,
I'm in the back. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Cole.
No, you went first. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm in the back and I'm still pushing. So I'm pushing extra hard because I am tired at the top of this hill and I haven't yet registered what's on the other side because I can't see it. So I'm pushing extra hard.
Your strength is it's working out because suddenly it's starting to pick up speed. You're doing an awesome job.
Oh man, this is awesome. It must be my bottle of awesomeness that's right here. Everybody needs to smell it when we're done.
Invigorating.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to just I don't know. I think my game plan is to try to just jump in the cart, undo the ropes, and just coast the rest of the way to the cave. So I'm just going to do a running jump and like jump into the bed of the truck cart.
All right. Are you trying to just jump in yourself, or are you trying to also undo the ropes of the kobolds who are pulling the wagon train?
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump in and try to undo the ropes.
All right, that sounds like that's going to require an action roll. Let's see how you do.
Okay.
Battle agrees with this idea, so he will jump in as well.
All right, so someone's helping you. So your expiration point is going to increase by 1, but you get a bonus dice.
Sweet. So I do # roll to the
Exclamation point.
I would.
Oh yes. So I got a 9, but it's not the total that matters, correct?
Only the highest dice matters. So that is a 5. So that is going to be a success. You do it. It's higher than your expiration point, but your expiration point is also going to increase by 1.
Okay, so I have a total of 1 or 2?
You now have a total of 3.
3. Okay, sweet.
Yep. If you have the stream up in another window, that's the best way because all of that is displayed for everyone.
Oh, okay.
So, with that, you all see Eep Eep jump onto it and start frantically untying these ropes that the other kobolds are attached to. Might do something to help the other kobolds from getting run over, but now the wagon is beginning to pick up some real steam as it heads down the hill.
Yeah, I'm realizing that as I'm walking atop the cartwheel here, it's going faster and faster. I instead of acting to preserve myself and turning around to run along it, I run as fast as I can, trying to get this slowed down in order to save the payload for the cave. Oh, hell, King Torg!
All hail King Torg!
Oh, hail, King Torg!
That was very delayed, Eep Eep.
Okay. Yeah, so I am running to try and slow this down with a, let's see here, with a reckless disregard for my well-being.
Definitely.
How many dice should I roll?
If you are... if that's all you're doing for dice, then you're going to be rolling 2 dice.
Okay, 2, 3. Okay, 4.
All right. Your expiration point is going to increase by 1 as you... this is an extremely Looney Tunes action of attempting to slow the wheel while continuing to run atop the wheel.
But I succeeded, DM.
You did. Against all odds, you do succeed. You succeed in slowing down 1 wheel of 4 wheels, which causes the wagon to begin to turn. It is slowed down a little bit, not entirely out of control. You can see the bottles vibrating in their the crates that are in the back. But the wagon, instead of going in a straight line down the hill, begins to careen off to the side. Chugga, 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 choo choo. In the back of your mind, you realize that we might be heading towards dangerous territory, actually. If this continues going down this path, you might end up in Gerblinholm.
That's true, but I'm also inspired by the movie Teen Wolf, and I want to kind of air surf on top of the cart while it's going really fast.
Yeah, great point.
Nicolas Cage was in Teen Wolf?
Yeah, who's in the background?
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Do you wanna do an action roll for surfing on the back of a?
I would love to. How many dice should I roll for like that?
I mean,
I will say that I've had a couple swings with the mezcal that I had, I am kind of using the item here, this idea in mind.
no, absolutely. So go ahead and roll 3 dice.
All right. Wow, easy.
Easy. You're on the back of the wagon. You are surfing. You are looking good. Not accomplishing much, but looking good.
We're picking up speed. This is serious. Put your hands in the air. Says Badam from the front of the wagon.
So meanwhile, I was in the back of the wagon pushing it. Once I noticed, oh, it's leaving without me, I grab onto it. So once it starts to spin this way, I think that that's actually pretty fun too. And I move myself to the edge of the wagon opposite the slow wheel so that I can get it to turn more.
Perfect.
I'm going to help with this. I'm gonna kind of, jump
Juke.
to the side. Juke.
There you go.
Very good. Your expiration point kerfuffle raises by 1, but you get a bonus dice. So sounds like you're rolling 3 dice.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
5 is going to raise your expiration point by 1 again. But yeah, leaning into it, the cart picks up even more speed as it goes. Suddenly, in front of you, you see what might be the most dangerous obstacle you've seen yet. A sick ramp. Someone in the middle of this field has built a small, like one of those little bicycle ramps. It only goes like, a foot off the ground. But with your dangerous payload, you either need to avoid it, slow down, or get enough speed to do a sick trick.
Can we?
Alright, Adam jumps right into action.
Yeah, I think we all know what we're gonna do. Go on.
Yeah. So Badam, seeing that we're turning further and further, is going to jump from the front and Looney Tune style, plant its feet into the ground to try to complete the turn 180 just as we go off the ramp, and land with the cart going backwards.
Yeah, and I would like to assist on that by using my my spell book to cast a spell to allow the cart to temporarily fly. So I'm thinking I'm going for kind of an ET type of thing.
Sure. Love it.
And my impulse is literally want to see a cool trick, so I feel like I should benefit from that.
You absolutely should.
I try and kickflip it. I kickflip that beat.
All right, I'm going to say that Cole is also helping you. Fight Boy is assisting in this as well. So go ahead and roll. So that is going to be 3 bonus dice. So I think that is a total of 5 d6 because 1 for being a kobold, 1 for reckless disregard for self-preservation, 2 helpers, and your dangerous idea.
Excellent.
So I'm doing
I don't crit. Oh well. I got a regular success.
You got a regular success, but working together, remarkably in sync. You see, I'm getting a slight echo.
It's on Ben's end.
Ah. Well, hopefully that's sorted out. Yeah, sounds like it's sorted out. Working together, you all collaborate in order to get this off the ramp in the sickest possible way. Eep Eep throws his cards and throws a handful of his cards, not his entire deck, in order to cast his spell to levitate. And you're not entirely sure if he cast a spell or if maybe just the cards skidded under the wheels and caused it to spin a little faster. But the entire wagon hits that ramp, goes sailing into the air, rotates, and then lands backwards, all with Fight Boy on the top of it, doing his little kickflip as the entire thing spins underneath him.
And Soul Blazer asks that we all say boom as it goes.
Boom!
The cart lands shockingly smoothly on the other side, but regardless, the impact does cause a couple of bottles in the back to kind of shoot off with the soda stream trailing behind them as they go into the air, and then pop! With a bang, they kind of explode mid-flight behind you, almost as a small fireworks display. As you are riding this down the hill.
Radical.
And with that, the cart kind of slows to a more normal speed with the gaggle of kobolds who were previously pulling the cart, some being dragged behind, many of them running with the rope still in their hands, chasing up as it returns to a more reasonable speed. As you look around, though, you do realize that you have gotten a little bit out of your way, possibly into some dangerous territory.
All right, does anyone know where we are?
We're right where the forces of the universe want us to be.
There's only one way forward. Forward.
Which is now backwards, since the cart is round and, we turned around in the air, and so forward to backward.
Meanwhile, Kerfuffle has gotten off of the cart and has gone up to the largest of the little helper kobolds who were pulling this previously, pulls out her little bottle, takes the stopper off. Smell this. And immediately that kobold gets a big whiff of chloroform.
This kobold looks up and you're like, "Wow, you're right, that smells awesome!" And then just immediately, falls over backwards.
I go, right? And then, and I'm just marveling at how excited he was. He was so excited he passed out.
He was pumped.
Stopper. I was very excited. I put the little stopper back in. Gotta save this good stuff for just when it counts.
So looking around, do we see any thing in the environment? Is there any dangers, any trails?
So looking around, taking stock of your environment, you can see that the luscious green field has kind of turned into this brownish kind of muck. Like this part of the valley seems to be wetter and muddier, and just a little bit dirtier than the luscious green rolling fields that are outside of your home. You can see along one side is a fairly steep, sheer cliff, kind of in a crescent, moving alongside, and into that cliff, you can see a number of small holes drilled into it. Everything seems quiet for the moment, but you do know that those chiseled caves, those holes in it, have been known to house clans of Gerblins who are rivals to King Torg.
Torg!
Very nice. Ooh.
I realized I was muted.
I liked it very much.
All right, so I'm gonna think. I think what I'm going to do is, I think clearly to get this back on track, we're gonna need some speed, right? And I'm gonna try to do a channel my inner 6-year-old and take a bit of one of my cards and stick it in the wheel of the cart so that makes a like an engine noise. Of course that'll make it go faster.
I'm gonna help him out with that. I'm gonna take a stone, I'm gonna take some mud, and I'm gonna draw flames on the side of the cart. Make it go faster.
Yeah, basically what I'm thinking is, I've noticed we've kind of entered the wasteland. We have to go full Mad Max style. It's too late, can't go back. Full Mad Max is the only way.
I'm on board with that since that's a movie reference.
Beautiful. Love it. Yeah.
The Cage was in Mad Max?
Yeah, he was part of the One Clan.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy playing the guitar.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Do you want to... Eep Eep, do you want to make an action roll for making sure that this is as fast as possible, that this can go?
Yeah. So, bang roll.
So you are being helped by Fight Boy.
And also, I'm sorry, Ben, what's your kobold's name?
Train noises.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like that should be bonus. That's what we're trying to do. So, Fight Boy and chugga chugga.
I hear that. I was momentarily confused with engine noises. I heard.
Ooh, you're cutting out. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, you cut out.
So if you're taking the dice from chugga chugga choo choo, well, does that raise it up to 6? Oh.
No,
Yes, you can. As many people as want can help, and they will continue to receive bonus dice. But the expiration point will also continue to raise.
I mean, I literally have one more health or whatever, one more expiration thing.
Yep. If you have a 6 as your expiration point, the only way to not die is to roll a critical.
All right, one moment. So I already rolled for 3 of them, mine and 2 others. So I'm gonna roll the one other for Dennis to see if that saves me.
Okay.
No, it does not.
It did
So
not.
What I'm imagining happens is it's like it's sort of like that scene in Avengers where Iron Man has to like push the wheel to like get it going. Like I'm imagining I'm doing that, and just all of a sudden, right when I put in the card, that was the final piece. The wheel just goes into hyperspace, and I'm just flung off into the horizon, and like you don't even see where I land.
Like Tim Rocket.
Yes.
Blasting off again.
The incredible torque that you are able to generate on this wagon wheel as you rev it up, not entirely unlike a Mario Kart, priming the engine before the race. You get caught in that torque and it whips you around the axle, and Eep Eep goes flying off into the distance.
If Eep Eep is not saying, "All hail King Torg! All hail King Torg!"
She was making a joke, which is actually a very good joke. I liked it a lot. Also appreciate the Hail King Torg. But Eep Eep goes flying into that cliff wall, directly into one of the holes, and you hear just this loud splat on the inside of it. And suddenly a ruckus is raised as all of those holes seem to wake up as one, and many, many gleaming eyes start peering out at you. David, Eep Eep is no more. Please make a new kobold.
Right, so,
Meanwhile, as soon sorry, what?
Oh, I was going to say the new kobold is going to be Eep Eep the second.
Classic.
He's a kobold that steps forward. Somehow he's found a kobold-sized leather trench coat and sunglasses. And his dangerous idea is, "Whoa, I know kung fu."
This is a very cool. This is a very cool kobold who has appeared from the train. He knows instinctively that he's just gotten a field promotion.
Oh yeah.
So meanwhile, as soon as I see all of these eyes and stuff, I feel like it is time for my bottle to shine, and I uncork it and run up to the nearest hole and shove it in the face of whatever critter is in there. Smell this.
Beautiful. Go ahead and you are using your dangerous idea and your tool. So go ahead and roll 4 dice.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Very nice. You run up to the nearest hole, and you see, retreating from your presence, 4 or 5 little gerblins who are in there. Gerblins, as we all know, are distinct from goblins and other goblinoid creatures because of their bright purple skin, and they are about 1 foot tall. So even compared to you, they're very tiny. But there's a lot of them. In this hole, you wave your little chloroform, and you can instantly see all of them just kind of fall over from the the smell of it. However, as you step back, you look up and you realize that there are dozens of these holes with many, many eyes looking out from them. From the top hole, one of these little guys, standing at only about 10 inches tall, but wearing a flowing red cape and a white mask. You see him stand up and go, "Intruders! Fetch the battle crab!"
Okay. Fetch the what?
Sorry, the battle crab.
Oh, crap. Okay.
I was hoping that we're going to go full Sentai and all of them combined into one big gerblin.
Oh, that also would have been very good.
Oma Gerblin.
Ah! I love it.
A gerb balloon.
Uh,
Okay, I try and intimidate them to demoralize them. If they're bringing a crab, I need to stop them. So I yield to my most dangerous thought, which is I can rip out my teeth and throw them like knives. I reach in and I rip out a fang and I hold it up and I say, "That hurt an awful lot, and I will hurt you even more."
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and make that roll. You are using your dangerous idea, reckless disregard for self-preservation. So that sounds like 3 dice.
Okay, got a 6.
Very nice.
Fire.
You can, you see the leader of the Gerblins, this little guy. Suddenly, he looks at a man, and by a man I mean a 2-foot tall Gerblin, who's just ripped out one of his own teeth, and he goes, "Actually, on second thought, maybe don't do that." But behind him, a chant has already begun as everyone starts going, "Crab, crab, crab, crab." And you see from the back another Gerblin run up with a small knife, stab him in the back, and kick him off the cliff. And then he reaches down and he picks up the fallen leader's red cape. And he goes, "I'm the new king! It's crab time!"
I was hoping, does the first Gerblin that just got killed and stabbed in the back, did he fall into a hole? Please tell me yes.
There was a large hole directly beneath him.
Perfect, thank you. Did the second go? This is Gerbla!
You see him up there, and he goes, "I missed that opportunity. That would have been a really good one to yell."
Hey, yell, we're here for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Battle crab.
Alright, so I'm going to look around to see what animal can be our chosen champion in this duel.
Ooh, yes.
Do I see any animals around?
Currently, unfortunately, the only animals that you see are kobolds.
All right. I think I work up my courage and I smash the bottle open and put it between my. And I try and fight this crab with my one.
I don't know if Nicolas Cage was in The Gray.
Yeah, he was one of the wolves. He did.
Got it.
damage.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis style.
Yeah, exactly.
So now. Oh wait, I'm sorry. He's fighting wolves. Okay. Sorry, I was going to make a chugga a woo joke.
So now a large stone door in the side of the wall begins to creak open as the battle crab begins to emerge. And you see on top of it a small platform, not unlike the Oliphant's, manned by a dozen or more of these bright purple gerblins, all running back and forth atop of this moving platform as this crab, fully 12 feet tall, towering as it pushes its way out of this stone door and begins to head towards you.
I think about that whole Sentai thing I just had going through my head a minute ago, and I think it's a real good idea for all of us to just grab each other and make a big Kobold Zord to fight.
Kobolds!
I want to be a mega Kobold Zord.
Yeah, no, I'm totally on board with that. I think first I'm going to, in order to give me the energy, I'm going to down one of these things of surge, and then definitely jump on. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of like the arm, so I can use my kung fu ability, like maybe do some rocket punch.
I am without question the left leg.
Without
I heard
question.
tales of these like 5 space people trying to do that to form a crab, and that worked out for them. So I think it's a really good idea. So I think we should do it.
We'll see if I can get this on the camera. I'll be left leg kobold.
Beautiful. All right.
Come to me!
Kerfuffle, you are forming the head, which means that you are the load-bearing...
Maximize the chance of injury.
Oh, Lord. Don't die, please. Don't fall.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, good.
Don't actually Kobold on us, okay?
Torg!
HAIL KING TORG! HAIL KING TORG!
Oh, King Torg!
Very good. So the Kerfuffle is going to form the head and be the load-bearing kobold as you form everyone into this... I don't want to say flesh mecha. It's just a combination.
It's a different kind of
We
game.
are Legion.
It's just putting a bunch of koosh balls together, really. But go ahead and make an action roll as you pull everyone into position.
Okay, how many dice do I get? 1, 2,
Right now I'm seeing 2.
2 dice. Okay. But we have, let's see, we've got 3 kobolds helping me, plus my being whatever, plus a dangerous idea, right?
Oh, sure, we can
That'd
do
be
that.
5. That'd be 5. Okay.
Do it up. Your expiration point is 6.
Well,
But you got the crit!
Yes!
Kobolds assemble.
Dropping your expiration point down to 5.
Yeah. Alright.
Pulling everyone together. Your combined strength, your combined might, your combined height. You now stand at a towering 4 feet tall as the 5 of you move in conjunction against this 12-foot crab. Go ahead and tell me what your plan is.
I'm gonna use Kung Fu Eep too!
Yeah, I think I'm going to as that happens, I'm going to just draw upon my mastery of Kung Fu and the true nature of this reality to kind of do the Neo Goody fly thing and just yell rocket punch and fly off and at the crab. So I want to do something incredibly dangerous, and I want to use my I know Kung Fu.
Beautiful. That's going to be 3 dice. Where are you aiming?
So
Do you want to land on the platform, or do you want to destroy one of its legs or something?
I actually want to help him with this action, and I want to shout out, "Hey, no!" as a movie reference.
Oh, not sweep the leg? Come on.
I'm doing Star Wars.
All right.
Yeah. So I think channeling my inner Star Wars, I'm going to go for the exhaust port, by which I mean right into the crab mouth.
Into the mouth.
Sure.
The mouth foaming bubbles.
It's a rabid crab.
I'm up to what? 4d6, 5d6. John, are you helping with this? I feel like you're the brains of this.
I have to, because I'm the body. I have to be doing something. I have to be involved in this.
Directing the rotational torque into it. Yeah, that brings you up to... That brings you up to 5d6.
Okay, one moment. I did get 1-6.
You got a 6. Eep the second. This combined mega kobold twists its body and throws you off into it. You head first, sunglasses on, trench coat rippling behind you, as you go directly into the mouth of this large crab, which begins to just reel back in alarm as suddenly there's a kobold in its mouth. It rears back a little bit, and you can see the grublins on the back kind of holding on for dear life. One or two of them tossed from the platform as they try to regain control of the battle crab.
So Batum, seeing that they are off balance, is going to take out his deck of cards and Gambit style start throwing cards at the off balance Gerblins.
Now, I would like to point out that you are currently a leg.
Say that again?
I would like to point out that you are currently a leg.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I guess I'm going to be doing it this way then?
It seems like a great idea to me.
I mean, to be fair, I have
Sure.
seen more ridiculous mecha weapons.
Yeah, you've never seen a robot or a mecha with leg rockets? Come on.
Okay, go ahead and make an action roll.
All right, so using my Darkest Impulse, using my item, and being a kobold.
Yep, that looks like you rolling 4d6.
Sweet. There we go.
Very similar results to the last roll. Also a success as you fling these cards into the face and eyes of the crab. Up above, you see some of the Gerblins on the battle platform shout, "Protect the crab!" And they jump down and start acting as human shields, like just kind of dangling in front of the face of the crab, waving their arms, trying to deflect these cards. But several more of them lose their grip and fall into the mud, and you see one of them get stabbed as the crab leg impales it as it flails around.
Excellent. Also, I think my EXP should be up by 1 since I acted on my dangerous idea.
Entirely possible I missed one. So thank you.
I gotta hold myself accountable here.
The Gerblins on the top of it go, "Get control of it and smash that cart!" As you see them kind of start to wrangle the crab back. Eep the second, still lodged in its mouth, wiggling around and kind of punching it while half lodged in its mouth.
That's what does.
Yeah, and, you might even say I'm bobbing and weaving.
You guys, I just had the best idea. Let's kidnap the crab and use it as our trick all the way back to King Torg. Oh, hail King Torg!
Oh, hail King Torg!
Okay, so I think from the mouth of the crab, all you hear is just like, and then the crab just like swallows.
Fuckboy was about to say something too. You were trying to get your voice in there a second ago.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to ask the Gerblins kind of a piercing question, which is, hey, Dinks, where's the nearest ocean? Where's this crab living?
The mud crab.
I'm trying to will it. I'm trying to will it out of existence.
See, this is why I wanted to do session 0 world building. These kind of details.
These are important details. Go ahead and make an action roll for using your biting philosophy while functioning as an arm.
Okay. All right. So that's probably just 1,
2.
maybe 2.
Possibly.
Because as a kobold, and then also using the whatever dangerous idea.
My dangerous idea is it's about my teeth though.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, this might just be 1.
Okay.
1v1 me, bro.
Ooh. Fight Boy, your rhetorical question pierces the air, and you see the king of the Gerblins, the new king, just... Where is the nearest ocean? You know, I'm not entirely... Where is the nearest? And then suddenly everyone on the back of the crab platform starts, like, communing to each other and just being like, yeah, where is the nearest ocean? It's not around here. You'd think that there would be... And at that point, one of the bottles of Surge from the back of the cart tilts off of it, hits the ground cap first, and then whew, spirals directly into Fight Boy and bursts, causing him to explode in a small puff of fuzz.
I died as I lived.
Go ahead and make a new kobold.
I've lost my arms. I got no arms left.
Yeah, this mecha kobold is looking sadder by the moment.
So at that point, I decide the best thing that I can do is to kick both of my legs off as we jump up and kick them off towards the crab. See if I can knock it over.
The old double kick, and by double kick I mean old double leg detachment kick.
Yes.
Classic maneuver. Yeah, go ahead and make an action roll for that.
Okay. So I'm doing a dangerous, and also I'm a kobold, so that's 2, correct?
We both considered to be assisting then?
I don't know, are you?
Up to you.
Are you
Yes.
Are you willfully going towards the crab?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 46 then? Okay, let's see. Ooh! They can't all be winners.
The battle crab, in the confusion, as everyone atop is debating about the philosophy of where we are and where we're from and what does this all mean, someone is kind of like leaning on there's a big ship's wheel on the top of the crab that they use to steer it, obviously, and someone's kind of casually leaning on it, and the crab begins like drifting sideways, and by that I mean walking sideways towards you, and
Which for a crab would be walking forwards, right?
Yes. Precisely.
correct, and you see a large crab leg rearing up and coming down on you. And in the moment before you are impaled, you flip back and kick both of your legs, sending 2 brave kobolds soaring to the underbelly of this crab. Do you have any last words?
No, none at all. I'm sniffing my bottle of chloroform as I go as my last action.
Humane.
Yes. So
Beautiful.
that was the end of Kerfuffle the Third. We are now on Kerfuffle the Fourth. Kerfuffle the Fourth has a dirty bird feather, comes up from the group of kobolds around the cart that have been staying, decides that she needs to participate in this, and has a dirty bird feather, and her belief is that she can fly. It's a good thing. that she can fly with this feather as her power up.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yes.
So flying through the air, Badam is like, chugga chugga choo choo, cover his eye stalks, and we're gonna land on an eye stalk to cover the crab's eyes.
Sounds like a great idea to me. I'm on board.
Beautiful. You are right there. You are holding on to the eye stalk. This eye stalk is, it's like a tree trunk in your arms. And it is blinking with a bizarre, unsettling compound eye at you. And you're left with a choice. Do you want to try to blind this crab? Or do you want to just try to subdue it and maybe turn this into your new wagon?
I want to subdue, for sure.
I'm inspired more by a video game. Here, I'm going to give it a slight kiss on the cheek would be, but it's just the side of its eye.
I do not know what you're trying to accomplish with this little kiss on the side of its eyeball.
Yeah,
I like it.
Clearly, you don't spend enough time eating crab erotica.
Clearly. Okay, Badam, go ahead and make an action roll to try to restrain this crab via eyeball.
Yeah, so I've got help from Chugga Chugga Choo Choo, but I don't got any. So we're winging it here. Is that right? 2d6.
I mean, definitely reckless disregard for self-preservation. So at least 3d6.
3d6. Love it. All right, here we go. Yes.
Another
Now, wait,
6.
If I'm up to 6, do I have to crit to not die?
Oh wait, he was helping you, right?
Yes.
Which of course, yes, does raise your expiration point to 6, meaning that you still die. So, I think what's going to happen is that you're kind of trying to use this as a lever and just kind of yank it where you want, but the crab is distressed by both having a kobold in its mouth and on both of its eyes. The crab's solution is to stick its face in the dirt and scrape.
From the massive kobolds that have been drawing the wagon comes Beepus.
Yeah.
Okay. And he has one overriding dangerous thought, which is to seize the means of production. And he says, "Now, my comrades, cobrads, is the time. We must rise and take this crab, platform down, and ride it to the kingdom." So I marshal the forces of all of these NPCs that we have to overtake the crab once and for all, as its face is down in the sand.
Dismantle crabitism.
Beautiful.
Crabitalism.
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 The platform is down. Beepus can see the steering wheel right there. It's yours for the taking. It requires only the will.
Okay. So that would be what? 3. So it would be reckless disregard, obviously, leading a revolution, right? And then using my dangerous idea. So that'd be what, 3? I think.
So I would like to assist by I don't know. Apparently, I'm channeling my inner Chugga Chugga because I'm going to be inspired by They Live to take my good hand item is sunglasses, and I'm going to attempt to put them on the crab so that it can see all the consumeristic message in the world. I have no idea. This is real tenuous logic.
It is, but you are helping, so go ahead and, that's going to bring Beepus up to 4d6.
4d6, okay. Man, we're throwing rocks tonight. We got a
6, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so the E-Peep is over there with doing something with sunglasses from inside the mouth. The eyes are actually pretty far away, but still, you squirming and trying to...
I kind of burrow out. I mean, I'm a little burrowing thing.
Making your way towards the eye, yeah, deeply distracting, as Beepus runs up along the side of the cart, jumps over the gap to the platform driving the crab, and knocks the Gerblin out of the way, giving you control of the steering wheel and the crab.
Okay. Well, I mean, now I've got control of this. What do the rest of the Gerblins do?
I don't know. Rest of the Gerblins. You see one of your own risen from the ranks, from humble origins, now leading you into a new future. You've got nothing to lose but your chains. What would you like to do?
I would like to finish my tunneling and jump in front of the crab and yell, "Onward to King Torg!" But
Oh, King Torg!
But after we hail him, we will topple him. Oh man!
Woo!
I'm just attempting to instigate, a rising up. So I'm just in front of the crab, pointing dramatically.
Yeah. No unjustified hierarchies. Let's do this.
It's a good thing I can fly. I totally just follow his hand up wherever he's pointing.
Beautiful.
I turned to Ben, or rather, to. And I say, you want the Declaration of Independence? You write it yourself. We're going to take down this king. All hail King Torg. I'm very confused about what this means.
It's a compulsion.
Yeah. I'm convinced again. That was mostly just an excuse to do the train noises joke. I've been sitting here for a long time waiting to do that.
It's a good joke. I like that quite a bit.
I see that Dennis now is wearing a new accessory, but we do not know about Dennis's new kobold.
Yeah. So you hear from the shadows as you guys are starting to move towards the idea of rebelling rather than delivering. You hear a new voice. It's, so you guys want to topple the king, huh? That's pretty rad. I think I could help with that. We have to all agree that's our new mission. Rather than to deliver, we use these bottles as a Trojan horse to take control for ourselves. Or whatever.
Are you suggesting a poisoner's plot?
Totally. And in comes Biggums, or out of the shadow comes Biggums, who's wearing a Hot Topic t-shirt, and his dangerous idea is that no one can look cooler than me.
Awesome.
Okay.
So what do you daddios say? We should probably, do this.
Let's mount up.
It's a good thing I can fly.
Should we come up with a new slogan instead of "All hail King Torg"?
All hail King Torg. Whatever.
All topple King Torg.
All topple King Torg.
All topple King Torg.
Hail topple.
All hail / topple King Torg. All right.
Yeah.
We still working on it.
But Biggums will attempt to, with the crab now under control, will attempt to move our payload from the cart to the crab.
Awesome. Beepus at the wheel lowers the crab down so that the platform you can load onto it. From the caves behind, you hear the Gerblins shrieking, "What are we just gonna let them? Are we just gonna let them do this? Can someone stop them, please?"
I didn't notice you there.
And from all the holes, pouring out like ants from an ant hill. You see a bunch of these little guys bounding down, each of them with a knife in their teeth, as they come to stop you once and for all from stealing their battle crab. It's their battle crab. They're not sure where it came from, but it's theirs.
So I'm going to step forward and say, "Go on, I've got this. Just tell the other kobolds I died for the revolution, and I am going to attempt to, using my power of kung fu. Just
You want to burly brawl these guys?
Exactly.
All right. Go ahead and make an action roll for that.
Okay, one moment. That is a 4.
That is a 4, which is equal to your expiration point, which means that you go out into, you walk out a little distance from the crab in the background, as everyone is eagerly loading the bottles of surge onto it. And you are calm, you are zen, your sunglasses glinting in the sunlight as you look out in front and you see dozens of these little guys brandishing knives at you, circling you, and you settle yourself in, and then just immediately get swarmed as dozens of guys with knives all pile on you and start stabbing you to death.
This is one weakness, guys with knives.
He lived since he died, being stabbed a lot.
Instantly overtaken, but still your demonstration bought the time in order for everyone to load about half the bottles onto the crab. Do you want to push your luck and try to get all the bottles, or do you want to cut what you've got and make a break for it?
I mean, we're going to need that caffeine.
Yeah. Seems like a better idea to be riskier.
We'll do anything halfway.
Yeah. Risk mitigation is counter-revolutionary. Let's do it.
All right, the small swarm of gerblins brandishing knives start heading towards you like an unstoppable wave. What are you going to do to distract them to buy enough time?
Well, my right-hand item is a big stick of butter. So I am going to throw it in their direction and hope that somehow it creates a slick across the ground and they slip and fall.
Very good.
Maybe they just like butter too.
Hey, maybe they just want to take a good look at that butter. Yeah.
They eat it and then diarrhea up.
Yeah.
See, I'm just concerned because I feel like hot butter, that's probably what a battle crab is most afraid of.
Well, we're trying to get away from here anyway. Yeah. So I throw it. I throw it in their direction.
All right, it sounds like you're starting with 3 dice.
Okay.
Unless you're doing this to seize the means of production.
I mean, we're doing this to seize the crab and the surge, but I don't know. I'll leave it to you if that counts. It's
Squeaky points out, Cole, you're trying to create a butter field for them to survive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excellent, Sleepy.
That's a little duck feed humor for you.
Yeah. So I'll roll 4 because this is in pursuit of these. So 4d6. Roll 4d6. Okay.
All right, over your expiration point. So you do it. You take your butter, you throw it out into the field, and is just a stick of butter. One of them steps on it, slips on it, and then the force of his foot like sends it into the foot of another one, and then it just keeps happening as this like butter chain reaction causes them to all tumble like bowling pins behind themselves, and
They always travel single file, so.
just very quickly as it turns into a hot mess of tangled limbs and angry knives as they all are falling on top of one another. Buying you enough time, you look over and you see the rest of your companions loading the last of the crates of surge onto the back of the battle crab.
I need to pull it. Max in the chat says it's a churn reaction.
Yes, I was just appreciating that.
Extremely good.
Bravo.
And I have lost my I have lost my right hand tool, but it was sacrificed for the cause. So
For the cause. All right. Are you ready to punch it, Beepus?
yep,
All right.
kicking it overdrive.
Stepping on the accelerator, which is like, it's a pedal with like a little pin that goes down and it pokes the crab.
It's the accelerator.
It doesn't do too much because of the whole, carapace.
It just kind of lets it know.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say this is good. We can do a lot more. We can cover a lot more terrain with the crab than we could with just a shitty little wagon. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you punch the accelerator, and the crab immediately starts taking off at a sideways lurch, going way faster than you expected. It starts moving and building up speed, and it hits your previous cart, and it just smashes it to splinters as it goes forth, tearing across the landscape. And behind you, you see the group of gerblins covered in butter, writhing in anger and slipperiness as you get away with their prized battle crab, heading off back home. You all take a moment to take a breath and recover and plan for what's ahead.
I'd like to take this opportunity to act on Beep's suggestion and start writing a Declaration of Independence. But it's going to be painfully like biographical, like mention like a bad breakup, stuff like tangent. But I would like to act on my dangerous idea by doing.
Sure, absolutely.
More of a screed of independence.
Forging a new document under which Kobold kind will find a new golden age.
That lying harlot Deborah.
In the Bill of Rights, if you're going to break up with someone, you can't do it over text. So yeah, go ahead and that sounds like 3d6 to me. Oh, give yourself one more. We'll see if it gets higher than a 2. That was a 3. So that means that you're going to die in the process of writing this Declaration of Independence. Scribbling it down, your work gets more and more animated as you reach a fever pitch. Like you are self-actualizing in front of the eyes of your fellows as you write what is undoubtedly your magnum opus. And as you pen the last stroke, sorry?
As you pen the last stroke, you have one.
As you pen the last stroke, you have a heart attack, clutching your chest. The last words that come out of your mouth are, "Fox, die!" And then you keel over.
Nick Cage was in Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that one.
Hey.
Okay.
Switch up.
there are a couple new members of your crew that have joined you before you arrive. So let's do introductions of the two new kobolds who have gotten field promotions most recently.
Yeah. So you hear the catchy J-pop tune of a anime opening, and up steps Eep Eep San, who his horrible idea is, "Are you looking for a challenge?" And he is carrying a just ridiculously large sword. Like this, it's actually just a regular size sword, but it's at least twice as tall as he is, and he's just kind of lugging it behind him.
Absolutely. It's not even so much a sword as it is just a huge slab of iron. I missed the name. What was the name?
It was Eep Eep San.
Eep Eep San.
Yes.
Nobody show Eep on a weird day.
Should we wait for Ben to return to get his?
I don't know how long he'll be.
Ben is getting really into the prop selection.
Ah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da.
Here it
Ooh.
is.
Nice hat.
All right.
I think it's time to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I need to pick a name, but just a sec.
Awesome choice, crunchy munchy sounds there, Dennis.
I was on mute and then Ben had to come back. Gotta keep that energy up.
You look like you're bobbing and weaving while you're trying to munch away from the mic.
But yeah, well, I breathe away from the mic, chew away from the mic.
Wow, that's
So Biggums is surveying the crowd to see who is cool enough to join them, or rather, who looks uncool enough, because no one can be cool. And he points from the crab down at the clouds below and waves for a kobold to come up on quote unquote stage with them.
Eep Eep the Second was the only one who was really a threat to your coolness.
I think so, and they were killed by knives, and that's not very cool.
Nah, not a super cool way to go out. Cooler than a heart attack.
From the crowd, but along a strange boat noises. Instead of a Bible, having
I drank the Bible.
You were cutting out.
Yeah, I
couldn't
couldn't hear you.
So instead of a Bible with a bottle of Allen, they have a bottle of tequila Bible.
With a
And they may or may not be.
You cut out again. I think your Dennis's microphone is the one that's picking up the audio, correct? Yeah. Could you get a little bit closer to that, maybe?
Yeah, I'll get this close.
Okay.
Do we get everything? Boat noises, bottle of tequila with the Bible in it.
Yep.
Might be homeless.
Okay. What's your
Gotcha.
dangerous idea?
Boat noises.
No, what's your dangerous idea?
I don't have a dangerous idea yet. I'll tell you when I know.
Okay.
Okay. Feel free to peruse the handy drop-down menu.
Your dangerous idea is no one needs shelter. So, or I don't need shelter.
I think my dangerous idea is buying a house to come.
You got to do it for the rates jump, yo.
Well, fortunately, you're off to seize the means of production and all topple King Torg.
Oh, topple King Torg! Or
Okay.
whatever.
And with that
You were gonna
on,
top either?
sorry, what was that?
I couldn't hear what Dennis said. Sorry, Bigums.
I'll topple King Torg or whatever.
Oh, topple King Torg!
Oh, Topple King
Oh, yeah,
Torg!
French topple King
Topple,
Torg.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, we're headed toward the kingdom at a pretty fast clip right now, right?
Yep, your arrival is imminent.
Okay. Well, I know how dangerous revolutions are, and it's always better to be the influencer rather than the figurehead. I'm going to take an action here, and I'm going to convince Bigums that this was his idea.
Good inception.
It is rather cool to be the revolutionary figurehead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much the front man for this outfit. You gotta have a nice associate, and the cream just rises to the top. So it's what I'm doing or whatever.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it works.
No big deal.
Hey, I'm not convinced this needs an action roll. I think he's just on board with it.
You need someone to be someone's got to do it. Someone's got to be the faces of the operation, the pretty boy.
If I'm rolling to convince him, he's also helping because of his condition.
Yeah, because of my dangerous idea.
Yes. Okay. How many dice would that be? Would that be 3? I think?
I'm not convinced that you need to roll. I think that just happened by yourself. So, also, have you seen how cool those Che Guevara shirts are? They're extremely cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's definitely what I'm wearing.
Did you two to just perpetually be looking off into the distance?
Yeah, so Bigums is going to try to get up to the highest point of the crab and give a speech to inspire the masses below and get everyone all riled up to make their grand entrance.
All right. What's your speech going to be about? Is it just going to be about... Is it going to be about the cause, or is it going to be about you?
It is, yeah, no, it's mostly about me, very autobiographical. He also has some bad history, Deborah. So a lot of shade thrown her way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but, she still has all my secrets. And I've tried to be cool about it, man. I don't care, but it's just who does that, especially when she could have handed them off. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff that we should never have to deal with. And in this beautiful Declaration of Independence, there are extensive rules to make sure we will all have our CDs after breakups, unlike me. But it's no big deal.
Topple King Torg.
Oh,
Topple King Torg, or whatever.
And we will either hang together or hang him specifically.
And with that, the battle crab arrives at the gates of King Torg's.
Hail
Topple King Torg, whatever.
Oh, Topple.
Arrives at the mountain home of it, the great double gates, opening wide in welcome for you with your expected delivery. There are a couple of royal guards out front of the palace, out front of the gates, dressed in red robes, wielding halberds, and they just look at you and they're like, "Hey, what's up? Yeah! Got that soda? Nice!
We got that soda and a crab, or whatever.
Yeah! Pretty sick! He's gonna be pumped! Go on in!"
This is much easier than I expected.
It's a 12-foot tall crab.
So driving the 12-foot tall crab into the halls of King Torg.
Oh, Topple King Torg!
Oh, Topple King Torg, or whatever.
Topple hail.
Topple hail, whatever.
I heard that snark, David. You got. But yeah, the dimensions of the interior of the hall are just barely big enough to fit this crab, as it's kind of, wedging itself in sideways. but you are descending down the hall towards King Torg's chamber.
Oh, Taco King Torg!
Oh, Taco King Torg! Whatever.
So I'm just right out there. If we want to be stealthy, maybe we should stop shouting. I feel like he might catch.
No, it would be more suspicious if we weren't shouting it.
I mean, it seems like a good idea to yell topple, so I'm for that.
Topple subtle.
How's his vocabulary? I don't think he knows what.
It's not great.
Maybe he thinks just like topple with some surge.
He's the topple.
Like that.
He's the best.
Yeah.
You approach the grand chamber of it, and it opens out even wider into the throne room. And you can see the single golden chair overviewing this court, with a wall of flame dancing behind him, throwing him into sharp silhouette as he sits in the throne wearing his golden armor. King Torg.
Oh, Taco King Torg!
Oh, Taco King Torg, or whatever.
Chair.
Standing at a towering 2.5 feet, although he does have pretty big platform shoes, that probably does something to it.
Yeah, it's that half foot. That's why he's king.
But yes, his glittering golden armor, as in front of him sits the royal dinner table, as usual, piled high with delicious treats, with roast chicken, with various sweets in tins, with individually wrapped miniature candy canes, which for you are pretty big. But he looks out at you and he says, "At last! I am thrilled to see my humble servants return with such delicious treats. Not only the soda that I requested for, though it looks like you lost a lot of them on the way, but also an enormous crab. I shall feast on it for many moons."
Right. I'm going to jump down and use my are you looking for a challenge ability to challenge him according to the ancient rights of our people to, I don't know, what a dance off.
Sure. Yeah.
You wish to challenge me, your king? Well, I mean, a kickball game is traditional, but a dance-off, yeah, okay.
Bigums has a problem with E-Peep Sam being the one to step up, because no one could be cooler than Bigums. He's like, and I challenge whoever wins the challenge to a dance-off.
Oh, a best of 3 situation? Is that legal? Can we do that?
Do you have enough cardboard for this?
He looks over to one of the royal guards dressed in red, and he's like, "Can we do that?" And the guard is just like, "Yeah, I guess." And he's like, "All right." Best of 3. And so King Torg begins to remove his golden armor, underneath which is revealed to be a black fishnet shirt, and he produces a couple of glow sticks and starts expertly twirling them. And he says, "I'm going to make you regret your challenge." Cardboard is thrown down as Eep Eep San and King Torg begin to dance for the fate of kobold kind. I didn't hear anything. Everyone's scoring raises by 1.
Oh, snap! Snuck 1 by us.
Eep Eep
We're in the
San.
zone for dancing, so can't be distracted.
Eep Eep San, what are you doing to secure your victory in this dance-off?
All right, so I think the first thing is we're going to need some, some atmospherics. So I think I get one of the other kobolds to just like take a lantern and open and close the shutter real quick. Make a strobe light effect. And then I'm going to step forward to the dance floor and attempt to throw down some moves.
All right,
That's what you do on the dance floor. I don't know. Throw down.
The strobes are flashing. The mood is set. But are you going to be able to topple the king on the dance floor? We will see. Go ahead and make an action roll.
Is this considered I'm sorry, I always get the name wrong. A dangerous, a foolhardy endeavor, or am I just one die?
I think challenging the king in a 1v1 solo dance contest is definitely reckless, at the very least.
Around with fishnet and sticks.
Unbelievable! Got a 6 with only 2 dice. Very nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm straight up. I'm doing the pop and lock. Like one moment my arms are little noodlies. Then the next moment, well, I'm a kobold, so my arms are still little noodles, but they're little robot noodles.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, the king's go-to move seems to be just getting up and like doing this. He's just doing like a lot of punching. That seems to be his go-to move. And the crowd, obviously, this whole time, above you was a kind of second layer as this court looks on. And one side is cheering for Ipipsan, and one side is cheering for King Torg. And yeah, the King Torg side is even starting to turn against him. This is becoming complicated. And yeah, the tide seems to be turning in your favor, Ipipsan. So, but he's not quite done yet. He finally takes out that cardboard and he gets down and he starts spinning himself like a top. And somehow he keeps going faster. And at this point, he's just a blur. And that is starting to send the crowd into a tizzy as they are inspired by his 6 spins.
So Biggums is going to use this point to jump in, try to draw the attention to himself. And he's going to do the head spin thing. I've seen the video where the guy whips off his shirt in the middle of the head spin. So I'm going to use my item as part of this dance move to try to impress everyone.
Very good. Your item being the Hot Topic t-shirt.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm going to be sharing my bottle of tequila with Jala. I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's a good time. As far as revolutions go, this one's a banger.
All right, so I'm going to guess 3d6, shirt, dangerous, and...
Yep.
All right.
Ooh, close. Oh, wait, you used your dangerous idea. Which, of course, bling,
Snuck by.
brings it up to it, meaning that you perish in the attempt.
I yank the shirt, but it chokes me, and I get horrible twisted up in it, and just kind of is...
But you also succeed while doing it. So what happens is that your shirt, like, you pull your shirt off, but your head is so big, because you kobolds, you have giant heads. So it doesn't come off, and it's wrapped around your neck. And then the end of the t-shirt gets caught around King Torg, who is spinning like a top. And you get sucked in and just, like, instantly, it becomes a tangled mess, and your neck snaps as you are sucked into the torque of.
Wow, this is morbid.
No, it's great.
This has to do something to King Torg. He's working at that.
Dennis wasn't here to join in, so his new character starts with a score of 2. But yes, it definitely does something, which is to say it totally throws off his groove. He goes spinning out to the side. He's all tangled up in it. There's bigums in there, and it's just, it's a mess. And you hear the crowd all start to shout, "Eep! Eep! Son! Eep! Eep! Eep!" And they start throwing confetti into the air and declaring, "New king! New king! King Eep Eep San!"
Oh, hail King Eep Eep San! Wait a minute, does that mean we have to topple him now?
Beepus, this was not your vision. The declaration! The document!
Yeah, there's the declaration. This is, I don't know, as long as Torg's gone. I can influence. Yeah, let's do that. Let's say that. I'll be his little finger.
Beautiful.
That seems legit.
I'm fine as long as I have power.
Yes. And Park says, "Eep Eep Senpai."
And with that, the camera slowly pans out as everyone chants the name of their new king. Will this be a dawn of a new era for the Kobolds? We'll never know. The end. That was the game. Thank you.
Thank you for running that. This is fun.
Yeah, thank you. That was a ton of fun.
So
That was very good.
I do want to know, Dennis, what was your new kobold going to be?
Oh yeah, definitely. So my new kobold was going to be Greta. The dangerous idea is I am a cat, and the item is ball of yarn.
Just a kitty cat.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Good times.
Yeah. All right. I mean, is there anything else here for the tabletop?
I don't think so.
Where can you buy Dungeon Vermin? That's my question.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Dungeon Vermin will be available on my itch.io store later today. And for the next week, all proceeds will go to the Transactive Gender Center. So come buy my little cute one-page micro RPG, support a good cause. Yeah. Tremendous.
Yeah. Just do a search for, yes. Just do a search for Adam Bucheri on Itch. Is that right?
Yep. itch.io/Adam Bucheri will take you there.
Cool.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of games. I think they're fun. Check it out.
Cool. All right.
Thanks.
I'm going to yes, thank you. I'm going to take a
thank you,
break. I'm going to order pizza as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be back on with more. Let's do Jackbox at the start next time, or yeah, when I come back. Everybody just sit tight, I suppose, or I'll be back over in the Duckstream, in the Duckstream channel. Cool.
Cool.
Thanks so much for putting it together, Adam.
Yes, thank you, Adam.
Thank you so
very
much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. I'm thrilled to be able to help contribute to this. The amount of money that you raised last year was amazing, and it looks like we're going to blow the pants off of it this year, I hope. So happy to do my part.
Yeah. The people in the chat are saying, telling us all hail trans rights.
All hail trans rights!
That's right.
All right, I'll be back in probably about 5 or 10 minutes.
See ya.
Cool.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so are we off? We good?